Thank you, sir. Welcome back. We're here live in Los Angeles, California. I'm here with Noe, also known as Community Uprise.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm grateful to hold space with you today. I know it's been to see your growth online has been substantial. Congrats, dude.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
Like
it.
that,
Appreciate you,
I
bro.
went to an event on Tuesday with Alien Labs and Puffco, and Roger, he mentioned that you just got to put yourself out there. This is the industry where you have to keep trying, and
Yes, sir.
and
Yes, sir.
at least like putting yourself out there because that's the hardest part. Like he reinforced that of all the things. Like he also like talked about his start in New York, how it came to be, his origin story, and how he just got to put yourself out there because of all the people who are right now. Like it's the foundation. You're building the foundation for yourself. So
Yes, sir.
congrats, dude.
Yes,
Congrats.
sir. I hear you, man. Yeah, man. I actually got the opportunity to listen to it on YouTube. Yeah. I was on my drive home and I watched the TED Talk.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you saw you live?
no, I posted afterwards.
You went?
No. I didn't go. I didn't
Oh
go.
shit.
Yeah, but he let me know about it. He's. I'll say you're the one tapping me into the industry and the community. And I always really appreciate that. He's honestly the reason I'm here. So I'm big thank you to Noe.
Yeah,
But
and to many more. Honestly, I feel like it's very hard to attend these spaces, just like waiting in those lines, but then you end up realizing it's worth it. Like you got the hardest part is putting yourself out there,
yes,
and
sir.
then
Yes,
once
sir.
you actually just show up, like everything happens, everything blossoms.
Yeah, man, it's really great, like networking and meeting people at these events. And sometimes you see people online, and you're just like, wow, like I don't know, you just hear
Yeah,
about a new brand or you hear great things about a new brand. Like, forgot to mention, these are Clayborne, and these are provided by Noah as well, and I'm very thankful. He came with how many came in that pack?
it was 7.5 grams. I believe it was their GMO and King Louis face melters. Shout out to Clayborne. They're doing awesome stuff out in Paris. Fortunately, I'm also working as an alumni advisor right now for cannabis at USC. I'll keep sending you the events. You follow. If you haven't already, follow the IG. Anybody who's watching or listening, follow the IG. If you're in South Central or Los Angeles, downtown, within the USC area, it's a great event. They're great organizers to work with, and I'm just very fortunate that it's within community because
Right.
it's really hard to. Fortunately enough, right now I'm in Highland Park. Other than that, it would have been a pain for me to go to this event.
Right.
It's a
Right.
pain for me to go to any event like within downtown Los Angeles.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
I've grown up there, so it's
It's an investment at the
it's
end of the day.
yeah.
It's like because some of these events are on weekdays, right? Like today's a Thursday.
Today is a Thursday.
I went to an event recently on a Monday. I
Yeah,
had to call off time on work to show up. And I had to schedule it. So that
yeah.
kind of shows I'm taking it seriously. You know what I mean?
What are you smoking out right now? Dude, you were talking about Blaze Utopia. Shout out to them right now. But apart from them, like what's really stand out in terms of strains? Like what do you
Well,
enjoy?
where I'm from in the Inland Empire,
Yeah.
there's a lot of local shops that have house flower,
Okay.
and they're very fresh, and that's the best thing I could say about it. To say the least. Just very fresh flower, and they're moving it. So it stays fresh, stays up to date, and you can go to shops like Blaze Utopia, R2H, the Reefer Shop.
Okay.
R2H is short for Roots to Harvest, and they're out in Lake Elsinore.
Roots to harvest. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man. But the great prices out there, guys. Like
Yeah.
for if you're trying to get a reasonable amount, to supply you throughout the weeks or the month, like that's what I recommend. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
And then there's like a lot of premium stuff, like the eighths. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which are you were talking to me a little bit earlier about papers. Which ones are your go tos right now? The Phantoms? Are you using those?
Yeah, lately I've
Yeah.
been rolling on elements, just the classic elements, right? Because I've always been really huge into raws, and always just rolling raw classics, and recently they came out with the ethereal,
Right.
and that's the gold pack. And when I first saw that, I was looking for it at my local shops, and I found out that there's a reason why they don't have it at every shop because I guess they don't want to ruin somebody's experience. Somebody that just wants
Gotcha.
to be a beginner, wants to learn how to roll. If they just find it somewhere and they try to learn, then like, it's not for a beginner. It's for the experienced roller.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
Elements came out with their new Phantoms as well, and it's the same kind of thing. You can't really find it at your shop. Like if you
Yeah.
just go to your local smoke shop, wherever you get your papers at, you just they don't sell them. And because at least where I live in the Inland Empire, I go to my local shops, I ask for it, and they're just like, man, like I guess if I keep going in there and asking enough, maybe they'll
Yeah.
pick up a box. But other than that, you just gotta know an authentic source online to buy.
Gotcha.
And there's a lot of different authentic raw uh, like websites, right?
Okay.
And I honestly think like investing in papers and giving them out is something I want to do. Like buy a box and just give them out, just because I love rolling and I
Uh-huh.
would love to share the love of rolling. Like one of my themes on my channel is rolling joints. You know what I mean? Like I teach people how to roll, and sometimes I don't exactly like say every single little technique,
Yeah.
but it was like if you just watch enough of my videos, you'd be like, like I could do that. Or you just kind of want to grind some weed up, or some people don't even have grinders, like they're used to
Yeah.
just breaking it up with the blunt, or some people are too scared to roll.
Yeah.
But it's like if you buy a whole box, like a whole box of raws on a website is like $20, and that's like I think 24 packs of raws, right? And that's like a little less than $1 for each pack.
Gotcha.
And then if each one of those packs has 50 leaves, then like you're bound to learn how to roll a joint. You just sit down, grind up some bud, you know, because that's something I'm really into, like joints, the experience of joints. I'm getting into rosin. I got a Puffco recently, and
Going to
learned.
PuffCon?
I'm thinking about it, man. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it.
You should go. Go early for to avoid the line, but it's worth it. Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir, man. Yeah, shout out to Puffco, Jolly Roger, CBX. Man. Yo, this is some high quality stuff right here. Shout out to Noe again. Thank you guys so much for watching. Um, Hope you guys have a great day.
Hopefully we can keep doing this.
I'm holding on to Noe's lighter. Here
Let
you go,
me
bro.
let me hone in on myself again. I can record.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. And remember to be kind and patient and drive safely.